Today we have created 10 tests to see how powerful and fast the new Brio 36019 pullback train is, and spoiler alert, I was shocked at the results. From climbing hills and going in circles, to navigating switches and pulling coaches, all culminating in a drag race against battery powered trains including the super fast Brio 36003 turbo train. Let us know in the comments if you'd like to see us try something else with this train, and we will follow up with a video in the coming days. But before all of that, let's take a closer look at the train itself. The 36019 pullback train comes in this nice blue colour with black window detail up top. It has two sets of wheels, both with rubberised traction, and there's a magnet on the back for pulling coaches. However, unlike other Brio trains, you can't push it around the track, and there's no batteries to make it go on its own. Instead, you simply pull it back, release it, and off it goes. So first up, let's see how far it can go on a single pull.
Okay, so we have 9.5 straight lengths here. We're going to pull it back 2 to start with and see how far it goes. So this is at the end of the second straight. We'll pull this back and let go. So that made it all the way to the back on just 2 straights. So we'll try one and see what difference that makes. So this is just one long D length pull back and release. So we only got 4 lengths on that one. So again, that equates to about 1 pullback equals about 4 distances.
Now, something that we realised quite quickly with this train is the speed and distance that it travels is proportionate to how far you pull it back. So in order to test that a little bit further, what we decided to do was set out a series of the longer D-length straights and pull it back 1, 2, 3 or 4 of those D-length straights to see how far the train would travel. Okay, next, let's see how it handles circles, both large and small. How about switches? Does it derail when it's passing through the switch, and does it follow the same pathing that battery trains follow? Now let's take a look at it coming down a hill and into a bend. What about climbing ascending straights and curves? How are those traction wheels on wood versus plastic?
We're going to pull it back 3 long straights of track, transfer it onto our straight and see how many ascending straights it can rise before it runs out of energy. And the answer there was 8. There's 8 ascending straights running all the way up to the top there, and then we've run out of space on our table. So we're going to keep testing and see how far it actually can go.
What about descending straights and the banked curves from the lift and load warehouse set? How does it get on with those? Now we're going to try pulling power. How many carriages can it pull, and does it decrease the total distance it can pull them? Let's have a look at the compatibility with this train against different track elements, new and old, especially tunnels. Now, using the BioBuddy blocks and connectors, we're going to see how steep of an incline the train can climb. And the final test is how fast is it against other Brio battery trains, like the Mighty Action locomotive and the turbo train at turbo speed. Now, I'm going to be honest, we weren't that excited for this train when it first saw that it was coming late last year, and we had some serious doubts about just how much power the train would have in going up hills or around bends, and just how far it would actually travel on a single pullback. So, you can imagine my surprise at just how well this little train has performed on all of the tests we've set out for it. It's as powerful at pulling wagons as it is fast against other battery trains, providing you pull it all the way back. That does seem to make a big difference on how well it performs on each of the tests. I've left a link in the description below and in the pinned comment so you can try this train for yourself, but I'm curious to know what your thoughts on this train are, so be sure to let us know in the comments below, and if you found this video useful, hit the like button and consider subscribing for more Brio train content. On the screen now is our initial unboxing of this pullback train, along with the other new for spring 2025 sets that were released. I'm going to leave you now with a few little bloopers and outtakes that came whilst we were filming the pullback train. Until the next video, see you soon. I think I've made that worse. That could be stuck. That didn't go to plan. Let's put that in the blooper reel.